Dear Mr. Governor, a voice from the class of 2020. My name is Molly Smith, and I am a senior at Taylorville High School. As we all know, these are unprecedented times we are living in. As a whole, we have never had to deal with situations of this magnitude before. The COVID-19 pandemic has forced temporary closures of establishments and cancellation of events statewide. In no way do I want to make light of the pandemic. These are dangerous times due to a very serious virus. I know that the issues do not only affect students, but the recent mandates put forth by the state of Illinois are unsettling to me. More specifically, I am speaking out about the cancellation of all graduation ceremonies for the month of May, including those that were drive-through or taking place outdoors. Since our school district has been closed, the administrators at my school have spent countless hours organizing an alternative graduation to honor the class of 2020 in a safe way. We lost our prom, our music concerts, our banquets, our sports, and our sense of security. The last quarter of our senior year, which was supposed to be the best part of high school, was taken from us by COVID-19. Our school administrators were determined not to take graduation from us too. I have the utmost respect for our principal, superintendent, school board, and other administration because they had been working tirelessly to give the class of 2020 the moment that we had worked for the past 4 years to reach, our high school graduation. And they came up with the best plan possible in these circumstances. We were set to have a drive-through graduation completely outdoors. Each senior would line up in their own family vehicle in order to practice proper social distancing. Law enforcement would ensure that these social distancing guidelines were followed in order to protect students and their families. Then each individual student would exit their car by themselves to walk across an empty stage. The diploma itself was to be sanitized and left on a table for the student to pick up. He or she would receive their diploma that the school board president had placed on the table moments ago, have their picture taken, and return to their vehicle. Although it was not the large celebration we had dreamed of, it was safe, it was our compromise, and it was our acceptance of what COVID-19 left us with. We were then supposed to have a parade of graduates where the entire class of 2020 would drive in a line across town, again in their own vehicles. At no point during this ceremony would a student come in direct contact with someone outside of their family. No physical crowds would be in attendance, just a virtual crowd tuned into a live stream. Now, as per the state of Illinois, we are not allowed to conduct this perfectly safe ceremony that the administration and seniors had worked so hard on. Just weeks ago, I was able to pick up my graduation cap and gown from the school in an almost identical way. But now we are forbidden to have any type of drive-through graduation. Frankly, I just do not understand why this rule is in place. We seniors realized that we cannot have a traditional ceremony, and we had made peace with that. But now the state has taken away our last shot as being honored as a class for our accomplishments. And I ask just one question to the state. Why? Right now, I could go to a large chain store to buy a video game and be in the same closed building as 100 other people. I could pick up the same box many other people had laid hands on, buy it, and go about my day. I could go to a fast food restaurant and hand over my debit card to a worker who may or may not be wearing a mask and gloves and have them return it to me. Liquor stores and marijuana shops will still sell to individuals of legal age. So how does it make sense that our class is prohibited from receiving a diploma in a ceremony that involves exponentially less contact? No student would be forced to come to the ceremony if they were not comfortable. But I think students deserve the chance to be honored, especially since it is safer than many activities people will still conduct on a daily basis. Not allowing this planned event is hypocrisy from the state. We understand that the state has put forth many mandates with public safety in mind. However, our administrators' graduation plans follow all CDC guidelines and was created with the same public safety in mind. Throughout our time in high school, we are consistently taught the importance of speaking up for what we believe in. This year, I helped to establish a broadcasting club for students to learn to produce videos. On this platform, I have been able to regularly hold discussions with people making decisions in the school. Recording videos with school administrators and school board members taught me that students absolutely have a voice. We just have to be willing to use it. If no one speaks up for the class of 2020, we are doing a disservice not only to ourselves, but to those who have worked so hard to educate us. Teachers and parents have been repeatedly telling us that high school shapes us into adults, and no one will hold your hand throughout life. So, this is our way to show that they have succeeded in making us into a class capable of standing up for what we believe in. The class of 2020 wants to ask the Illinois State Board of Education if this new directive is really what is in the best interest for seniors across the state. We have a voice and we intend to speak. We only ask that we are heard. To quote one of my teachers, decisions are made by those who show up. Mr. Governor, the class of 2020 is showing up, and we are pleading with you to allow us to use our voices to make a difference for our community, for our state, and for our country. Respectfully submitted on behalf of the class of 2020, Molly Smith and the seniors of Taylorville High School.